everyone, I'm Jackie and we are enjoying life's journey while on the path to financial freedom. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to another monthly goals report video. I wanted to kind of touch base with you all and see from the goals that I shared with you a few months ago, and let's see if we've made any progress with them and what are we going to work on for the next coming months. So it is the beginning of August, so I hope everyone had a fun summer break. If you had some kids home, my daughters have officially gone to school, so now I'm home alone, which is a little crazy. So we're going to start with, basically, I always set at least 3 goals, maybe in 3 different areas. Some of the categories that I have, I've shared in previous videos. Basically, I have my personal categories, as I like to say, my radiating vitality, which includes my mental health, my physical health, my beauty regimen, things like that. I have another category of our household, which I'm actually calling, I'm considering myself queen of the castle or CEO of the household. And so I try to set goals that are related to the household or family time or things like that. And then I also have goals in the area of kind of my career, business, which I haven't really put into micro categories yet. And then I also have goals, financial type goals, which could be kind of related in the household as well, which I like to say, I've categorized it as we're on fire. So we're on the path to financial independence, financial freedom. The FIRE community is all about doing it as fast as you can. I don't know if we're gonna worry so much about retiring early, but we are definitely on that path. So last time I spoke with you, the biggest thing that I was talking about was my personal area, which was the radiating vitality, and I mentioned about healing anxiety and depression and pain naturally. So I had a few resources that I picked up: a breathing CD, a meditation CD, a book about doing different flushes and cleanses and things like that for your body, as well as stretching and doing different exercises that kind of help get your body in realignment. So how did I do, or how am I doing with those? So the first one basically was, I wanted to make a new habit of every single morning as soon as I woke up listening to the breathing CD, and I wanted to build that habit for a solid month, and then I was going to add on the meditation. I'm not going to lie, I haven't been consistent with this. However, when I do utilize it, it has been tremendous just in bringing me back to the moment and really kind of just easing my anxiety. So basically, you know, you might wake up and you have a ton of thoughts going through your head, or you might even fall asleep with a ton of thoughts going through your head. You're running through your to-do list over and over again, and we might feel like, oh, I don't have time to sit and meditate, I don't have time to focus on my breathing, I don't have time to do any of that. But when you're actually doing it and you start to realize like how much your brain goes everywhere, and you start to bring it back just to the breathing, you're just focusing on your breathing, it's just amazing to see and to notice how much we really do just go all over the place. And so that's been helping, because when I can bring it back in, kind of breathe, and I acknowledge, okay, I'm thinking about that, however, I don't have to worry about that right now. I will get to that when I'm done with this task. And what it's done, it's helped me in some of the other tasks, as simple as, you know, doing the dishes, or, you know, doing my home blessing hour, or actually, you know, reading to my kids and taking the time to help them with things that they might need help with for school. Like just taking the time to actually sit down and I can focus and actually do that, I think that has been very beneficial. So for this month, I'm gonna recommit doing that every single day. Because my kids are in school, I think it's gonna be easier. The summer was a little rough because we didn't have a set schedule. The girls still had a set bedtime, but we didn't really have a schedule too much. So now that we have a schedule, I think it's gonna be easier for me to get that back into place. That's that. As far as working out, I've still been keeping up with my Zumba classes. I haven't been going to the strength training classes like I've been wanting to, but I'm still, you know, I'm keeping up with Zumba, which really does help, because even if I wake up in the morning and I don't feel like I want to go, or I have that, like I said, I have the overwhelm of, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that. Well, when I do go to Zumba, I actually feel better about the day ahead, because I feel like I've accomplished so much already, you know, before 10 o'clock in the morning. So now going on to the other area I have was the daily stretching of doing the movements to help realign my body. My goal was there's 3 sequences to go through, and I wanted to go through all 3 of them. But for the month leading up to here, I wanted to have gone through consistently every single day for 1 month. I wanted to go through one series of it. I have not kept up with that daily either. So I think this whole goals report is going to be about recommitting. You know, and sometimes we have that question of how can we get disciplined? And it all comes down to the desire to do something. And I've mentioned this in a few random other videos about, you know, when we're trying to get out of debt, or we're trying to do a certain thing, we're trying to commit to something. It comes down to knowing why you want to do it, and really it comes down to that desire. You know, why do you want to do it? And then reconnecting with the desire and saying, hey, like, I really want to do this. I really desire to do this. And it makes it more enjoyable and exciting to do it. It's not like a chore in a sense, right? So I think that's going to be a big goal for me, is just reconnecting to that. Now, I did notice doing the stretches, though, I did notice my, I'm not getting as many neck flare-ups, because I would have like bad neck flare-ups sometimes just from sleeping. So I'm not getting those as often. So I definitely want to keep up with it, because I'm seeing the reward, the benefit of doing it. So I'm going to recommit to doing the 1 series for the whole month and do my breathing for a whole month. The last one is the cleansing book. So my goal was to sit outside for 30 minutes every day and read, which I did until that book was finished. Now it's way too hot for me to just sit out there, but I did finish reading the cleansing book, and I have done the kidney cleanse, which, if you guys have been familiar with my channel, I had kidney stones. I'm prone to kidney stones. I've had to have surgery because of, you know, the damage that the stones have caused before. So I had to have reconstructive surgery to save my kidney a few years ago. And so I'm really into making sure that I protect that kidney and I prevent myself from getting more kidney stones. So I did the kidney flush, and I feel like it was very successful. It was basically it's an herbal tea concoction. Maybe I'll plug in the little recipe into this video for you guys, I don't know, but I drank that for like 3 weeks, and I felt really good about it. So that one, it says you can do it a couple times a year, so I'll probably do it again if I'm feeling like I need to. Otherwise, to maintain it after the kidney cleanse, is I have to drink the juice of 1 to 2 lemons or limes. I've been choosing limes. But to drink the straight juice. So I've been squeezing it into a shot glass in the morning and just taking a whole shot of a lime, and then I will squeeze another one into my first glass of water for the day. So I'm getting that, and that's supposed to help prevent these stones from growing so big that they are painful to pass. So that's going good. So now what we have left to do, Ricky's going to do it with me, is going to be the liver and gallbladder flush. So for the month of August, the goal is to gather up all the ingredients that we need, and then to set up a date. They were working so much overtime. You know, you really do need a weekend to do the flush, because you're going to be going to the bathroom several times. So now that Ricky's having some weekends off again, it's the perfect time for us to do the flush and the cleanse before they get back into their weekends. So those are the goals. I'm sticking with the radiating vitality because I don't want to move on to new goals before I have really accomplish these ones. I feel like our health is extremely important. That's just a top value for me. It's not a top value for everybody, and that's okay. But whatever one of your top 5 values is, I encourage you to make, 3 goals for yourself dealing with that top value and really commit to it. And the best way is just figure out why you want to do it and develop the desire, the desire that you want to accomplish it so bad that the discipline should just happen naturally. Okay, so here are the ingredients that you're going to need for your kidney cleanse, and some of the supplies that I'm using. So you're going to want some lemons or limes. I'm using limes right now, but basically you want to have the juice of 1 to 2 limes every single day for about 10 to 14 days. So I just had, like a week's worth of limes here. I'm just doing one day. And you're gonna drink that as concentrated as possible. So what I've been doing is just cutting them, and I've just been juicing them, squeezing them into the shot glass. And then I've just been taking maybe half of it as a shot, and then putting the rest in my water for the day. For the actual tea, there's several ingredients in the tea. At the back of the book, he does have a resource. So there is a company that actually makes the tea for you. So it has all of the herbs and roots already mixed according to the recipe in the book. So I did have that. I bought 2 cleanses worth, and it's already, like I said, it's already mixed up. So what you have to do every night is you put 2 tablespoons of this in 16 ounces of water, and you let it sit overnight. So that's what I've done here. Then what we're going to do now is we're going to boil it, and then we'll strain it. And I've been straining it into this thermos that holds 16 ounces. So I just strain it right into there. That way it stays warm. Now what you're going to do during the day is you're going to split what's in here. You're not going to drink it all at once. You want it to gradually be, entering your system all throughout the day. So he recommends that you divide it up into like 7 or 8 servings. So a good way for me is I just have a 4th cup here. So I just put a 4th cup of the tea in my mug about every hour and a half, and I just sip on it. I take 15 to 30 minutes to kind of sip it down, and then an hour and a half later I'll drink some more. So the first thing I do in the morning is I am going to drink the juice of this. I've already had 1 glass of water, so I'll have 1 glass of water regular with nothing in it, room temperature. Then I'm going to drink the juice of half of this. The other half I'm going to put in my next 2 glasses of water, and I'm going to boil up here. So let's go ahead and let's do that. So you let this soak overnight. So before you go to bed, you'll want to do that. I'm just going to put it on high till it reaches a boil. And then one cleanse, you're gonna drink this tea for 3 to 4 weeks. I plan on just doing 3 weeks, that way I have a little bit left over to do another cleanse later. But basically, there you go. I have the juice of 1 lime. You could do up to 2 limes if you want, but I'm just gonna take a shot. I'm gonna drink half of this, and the other half's gonna go in my water. I've just been reusing these water bottles. It's not ideal to drink out of plastic, but what I've been doing is I write on the top, so I know how many cups this is. Why is it? Okay, so 2 to 3. So when I started this, I had a water bottle that was half full, and that was my first glass. So this is actually a little more than 2 cups, but I'm just saying this is my 2nd and 3rd cup of the day. So like I said, I'm gonna pour half of this in there. I'm gonna take a sip of this first, half of it. Ooh. And then the other half I'm putting right in there. It also helps alkaline it by having some lemon or lime in there. I want it to come like fully to like a rolling boil. Okay, I'm going to turn it off. Now we're going to strain it into our thermos. We have a full 16 ounces of tea, but then I'm going to get my first serving ready to go. So I'm going to pour a 1/4 a cup into my mug. Oops, making a mess. I'm just gonna put the lid on it, keep it nice and warm. And then this is gonna sit on the counter. So I just set it here. So I have this and my measuring cup for the rest of the day. Here I've actually just wrote down the times, because I wanted to kind of treat this cleanse as kind of like, having your medicine. You have certain times that you have to. So I've put on here my 3 weeks. I started on Tuesday, so I've done 2 days, so I'm on day 3 of the cleanse. And then I just have the times of when I'm drinking, when I'm eating. You want to, if you end up eating, you want to give yourself an hour before drinking the tea. So I usually do my first glass of tea before I have eaten anything. So I drink, like I said, I drink 1 glass of water when I wake up. I make my tea, I drink my lemon, and then I sip on my tea, and then I start drinking my 2nd and 3rd glass of the day, and then I will eat. So the first glass is it's a little harder to get down, and then you get you get more used to it. It does start to activate the intestines as well. You might notice that you're having more bowel movements, which is good. They also do recommend that while you're on it to try to avoid animal protein. So I haven't ate any meats or cheeses or dairy. The only thing, basically butter, is still okay. So, I mean, you could have increased bowel movements just because of the fact that you're not eating that, and they say try to avoid processed food, which in general we should be avoiding anyway, but you know that's not always the case. Now you don't have to drink it hot or warm, but do not refrigerate it, and do not put any sweeteners in it. So that's the ingredients, that's everything that you need for your cleanse. So thank you guys for joining me for these updates. Please give me a like, give a thumbs up if it's something that you enjoy watching. If it motivates you, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what type of goals you're planning on for August. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye!